I've got 3 suitcases of 1981 toys. Well, 1981 Part 1, January to July, and I looked through some of them. I hadn't seen these for a long time, and most of them needed some attention, some repairing. So let's see how we get on. This first one is a charming thing for small kids to practice their skill with pushing the buttons and making that piece of cheese roll in different places all over the place. So it's quite cheaply made. It's just got a cardboard backing, which I had to take off the other day to see what had happened to the cheese. It got lost. But this is what it does. I'll just see if I can operate it from the other side. You've got to push these buttons with a certain amount of push like that, so in order to get it up the hill and into the next person's. There we are, about there. And there's a little bell which goes with that, which is rather sweet. The only one that has a bell, actually. So I've got to find the lion, and I've got to do a bit of a, and a bit of a line. Now we've got up to the bird. It's up there, yes. And then we've got to do the bird has to go. No, wrong one. Where's the bird? Oh, there we are. There's the bird. There we go. Yep. And finally, it's up that one there, and I've got to do. I don't know what he is supposed to be, but is that one there? Yes, that's right. And it comes out, and it's turned round the other way. Though the cheese is now upside down. Let's do it one more time, shall we? Get him back again. Then the lion. Bit of a line. Oh yes, and the bird. Sometimes you can do it first time. Then the bird, you've got to go like that. No, it's got to back to the line again. Oh, not too hard. The kid's got to learn to do a certain amount of push and not too much push. Otherwise, it hits the roof or something like that. And then one to there. Oh, done it wrong again. One more time. The lion. Oh, let's do the bird a bit more carefully this time. There we are. And finally, we've got whatever that thing at the top is. And there it's come down. Wonderful. What a nice thing for kids to learn to do. Pushing, but not too much and not too little either. You've got to exactly learn to judge and balance between the two. Good training for the muscles. A much simpler little toy is just a simple little egg, which is it's quite a funny one. It's quite sweet inside. It's a little opening one. So what's it do? Well, you just got to lift the lid with your finger like that. Up comes the chicken, but it squeaks. And it squeaks when it opens, and sometimes it squeaks when it closes too. Oh, both ways. Oh yes, it makes two sorts of noises. One of those and one that way. That's just the sort of thing that kids love playing. More like Eeyore, isn't it, actually? But it's a fun thing for kids for Easter time. It doesn't always make a squeak, but it does that. So, a good one. The last one is the most bizarre, I think, although it looks like an ordinary pink elephant. Elephants normally pink. Well, this one is. It's a wind-up one, so I've got to wind it up and see what he does. He's probably going to walk this way to that way or that way, or sometimes it goes backwards, these things, but we'll see. It's got nice big flappy ears too, but I'll give you two. The tail spins around fast as it's doing its Atlantic, so let's see how far it walks or whatever it's going to do. Here we go. Watch the tail wiggling around. Woof! What's he going to do? He's not walking. Oh, he's fallen over. Oh, yes. He's doing a handstand. That's what it is. And now he's going to walk. No, I'm going to push him into the middle of the field again. Let's have another go. Oh, down he goes. Up. He's balancing and doing a handstand on his front two legs. How about that? Oh, and he's going to fall into my lap too. That's all it does. It doesn't actually walk. Those legs are not used for walking. They're used for doing handstands. What an extraordinary idea. Unique amongst my collection of funny animals, that is. So that is very bizarre. 1981. Woo! Good year. Do you like it? He likes you.